Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for brand new episode of the Skylanders carryon Locke here on my channel, where we're going to be tackling episodes, or chapters shall I say, 6 and 7 of Trap Team. So we're going to be beating both Rainfish Riviera and Monster Marsh all in one episode. Beginning, of course, with Rainfish Riviera. Now, in the previous episode, Elite Sparrow was able to clutch out Jack after he defeated Full Blast Jetpack in cold blood. Like, seriously, Jetpack was decked out in his awesome red costume, so it's a shame we'll no longer see that moving forward. But hey, it was better losing him than literally any other air Skylander, because now we just simply reverted back to the original Jetpack, and so long as he makes it into Superchargers, he gets upgraded to his Hurricane Jetpack form, but Hurricane Jetpack form gets defeated in battle and we revert back to the original again. And for case of Full Blast Jetpack making it all the way to Superchargers, we upgrade to Hurricane Jetpack, then that version gets defeated in battle and we revert back to the original. We miss out on the bonus life, the additional middleman in between. Full Blast Jetpack's life will just go to waste entirely because it would be skipped over due to the upgrade-degrade system. But enough of my rambling here. Earth has popped up and we're going to use Bash. Not even Bash. We're going to use a Knockout Terrafin. I was looking at Bash whilst selecting Knockout Terrafin, so that's where I said the word Bash, that plays from a portal for character of Terrafin. But we're using him for the exact same reasons as we was using Full Blast Jetpack, because losing him isn't as big a deal, especially when Shockshoot Terrafin comes into play in Superchargers. If he is defeated and we revert back to the original Terrafin and lose the middleman in between, which would be Knockout Terrafin. So where's the point in just letting this life go to waste when instead we could utilise him on the Earth sections and not put at risk someone like Flashwing, who only has one life, so if she's defeated in combat, she's just done throughout the rest of the Locke. She's defeated, she's casted dead and cannot be used throughout the rest of the Locke Rider. Ow. I need you to stop that. Okay, level me up! Or not. Level me up! Thank you! Most convenient time for a level up ever! If not for a level up though, I'd definitely be dead by now, because this section is actually really tough, especially for melee characters such as Terrafin. So clearly, leaving him at that perfect level 17 spot was the best strategy going into this fight. Like, my strategy paid off, okay? Purposefully not leveling up to level 20, paid off. Like, usually having a level 20 Skylander is obviously a lot more useful, but having them on the brink of leveling up right beside a boss to not only restore all of our health instantaneously, but also we dealt a shit ton of damage to Brawler, so it was like an extra scoop of ice cream. You know, it's cherry atop the cake, as they say, and that was a very delicious orange slice. Wow. And it was so nutritious too, it has left my jaw dropped, which is why I can't speak properly. Like, speaking properly is very difficult with a dropped jaw. Draw? I meant jaw. Jaw and draw are just way too similar pronunciation words, okay? My mouth can't make the correct tongue noises. So let's place the bridge into place. After all, if we're not placing the bridge into place, then where are we placing it, right? So that's key numero uno. We need a second one though, because it's very difficult to unlock a double lock with only a single key for one of the locks. And man, that was a fun thing to say. Try saying that 5 times faster. So let's head through here. The undead element is stronger here. So let's go with a little bit of... Let's usher in the debut of Crypt King, because he's so much fun and I can't wait to play as him. I mean, I could use Chop Chop as well, but Chop Chop would be just so easy, it would be boring. This is Elite form we're talking about here. So, Bucko. Well, then again, I say that. Crypt King is also so easy that it makes things kind of boring. I do be wanting that, yes. Congratulations for putting 2 and 2 together. I mean, after all, if I came in here, then there's only really one thing I could possibly be after, that being the key. Yeah, let's play it. Which we can't do as you're too busy speaking, so how about you do us all a favour here, Bucko? Shut up! I really should have bought some Skylanders cheats before coming in here. Then I could simply just press the pause button and get these out of here in quick fashion, but unfortunately I didn't think that far ahead. I was great forward planning for the like sections of the levels, like planning ahead for how I was going to tackle Chef Pepperjack and stuff, but I wasn't great at forward planning stuff like this revolving around the Skylanders games.
Sheep creep.
Okay, we've already won. No matter what we do here, we have won already. But we're just going to rub things in the face of Bucko here and defeat him by even more than what we would have otherwise. Boom! Take that, Bucko. Take that and shove it. Anyway, that's a lot of money. That's just going to waste with Crook King already being maxed out over here. Isn't that a shame? But we're not going to bother with the story scroll like we haven't been doing for the past 4 levels in a row. Die! Thank you! Now that's a lot of death right now. Anyway, we've now ushered in a cutscene apparently, which, to be fair, none of this we even have to do because this is completely skippable. So let's do that, actually. Let's do that. And by do that, I mean not do it at all because there's very little risk to this. Like, Crypt King is going to be fine, like, trust me on this. And I'd rather just defeat Mastermind because now it'll be a waste of even initiating the cutscene otherwise. There's no way we're going to let that unskippable cutscene having been played out in vain. Okay, here we go. Let's use our swarms to our advantage because they are busted. What did I tell you? This guy is stupid. Mastermind and Nightmare Mode, a fucking joke. But that's because Crypt King comes in, he swoops in, and turns just about any boss fight he's fighting against into a joke. Crypt King is Cheese Lord. He is busted. And how is he so cheesy? Because these spawns, or these swarms that you spawn, I should say, if they instantly lock in on enemies, so you can fire them in front of you and then run away in the opposite direction. So they hone in on enemies, they stack up damage, and then they heal you when they expire, and you can have up to 5 of them active at once. So that's 125 healing, like that, like that, like that, like that, because you just keep spawning for swarms of bees. And on top of that, you can swing your sword at enemies, deal a shit ton of damage, and then whenever you critical hit, it deals even more damage. So if a critical hit wasn't reward enough already, you get a rain of swords for even more damage that stacks up on top of damage, which was already like exemplified by the critical hit in the first place. It is absurd how good that character is. And now we're going to swap out instead for a little bit of Nightmare. Yeah, as you can see, we're swapping back and forth between light and dark. So we played light for last time for Villain popped up, and now it's dark's turn to take center stage. I need you guys to die some more, that'd be great. Okay, cool, I guess I got what I asked for. And boom, you shake it from room, oh yeah. Die, everyone. Yeah, it's not a hard and fast rule that I have to keep on swapping like light and dark, light and dark. I just pick whoever I like in the moment. It just so coincidentally happens that for the last few times I have swapped from dark to light, back to dark again. That's a coincidence rather than a rule. Okay, let's flip that switch right there. You can tell it's important because it was flashing, and everyone knows that flashing buttons are important. If only they made it red, that would have made it even more obvious, because everyone knows that the first thing you should do when you see a big red button is push it. My hair keeps getting away over here. Hair, stay still! Be a good piece of hair. I would say little piece of hair, but my hair is many things. Little is not one of them. Why am I using the horn? The horn was just a waste of time. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to commentate, but the more I commentate, the more I feel as though I'm going to sneeze again. And I really don't want to sneeze again. Even though I have no control over the matter. So let's get this guy out of here. And let's do the same for his little friends too. I am not looking forward to having to fight these guys though. Fighting these guys is one thing that has me dreading the upcoming situation. I dread it more so than I do the Dreamcatcher boss fight. Dreamcatcher has nothing on Brawl and Chain. Brawl and Chain versus Dreamcatcher. Brawl and Chain is winning that fight 100% of the time. Like, the odds are so abundantly in Brawl and Chain's favour, it's not even funny. So let's get Mags right there by the switch, and she can go on ahead and flip it for us. Sweet! Yeah, it is a pretty fine, handy-dandy bridge right there, isn't it? But we're not going to be remaining as Nightmare here for much longer. I kind of wish that the villain element didn't pop up, period, so that then I could have had more time with Crypt King, but the game doesn't care about what I want, so instead we're just going to activate this right here. Don't mind if we do. Then we can pop down here, pop up there, grab a bomb, and I honestly thought that water would have popped up already, but apparently not. Are we going to have to remain as Nightmare? Because she is going to struggle against Ball and Chain, even with the Traptanium buff that she gets, because she's so melee orientated. But never mind, water is upon us, so let us, without further ado, swap out for just about our only water Skylander that stands a chance here. That's going to be Zap. Yeah, we're riding lightning, alright. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually, Mags. That sounds about right. So let's use some pipes to our advantage. Don't mind if we do. Oh, that fellow wants to run away. He wants to run. But he will not be successful in his runnaging skills. Because his running skills, well, he has a significant lack thereof, should I say. What does it look like I'm doing, Mags? Now! She was very overexcited about me pushing the attack button there, wasn't she? Very overly excited about it indeed. Anyone would think that she loves crane games, more specifically the crane games that involve drowning pirates, because drowning pirates is not a dark concept whatsoever. But hey, I suppose it's only appropriate to be tackling dark concepts when we were just playing as a dark Skylander with dark themes and all that. Anyway, there goes the last pirate. Now don't get too accustomed to seeing Zap on screen, because this might just be the very last time we see him ever. It's a bit like Riptide, you know. I hope you didn't get too attached to Riptide, because Riptide was out of here even more quickly than he was, like, debuted, so to say. He was gone before he even arrived. Like, with Riptide, it was, in fact, pretty brutal. Oh, I am so glad that Zap has stun capabilities. I mean, it shouldn't surprise me. Zap is very busted, and stunning is part of the game, especially when it comes to electric powers. So here we go. I would say don't get too attached to Zap, but Zap is currently crushing it. So maybe do get attached to Zap. Maybe that's a, like, safe, healthy thing to do. You know, that sounds like a good plan. Let's hug it out. Let's hug it out indeed. Except from the part that, you know, you kind of have, like, hooks for hands. So if he was to give me a hug, it would probably be very painful. So you know what? Never mind. I take it back. Let's not hug it out. Hugging it out does not sound like an ideal outcome for me. Okay, let's take that fella. There we go. Thank goodness for projectile. Zap is making this so much more easier on himself than what Riptide did for himself. Like, Riptide did not make it easy on himself, did he? But Zap, on the other hand, boy, he's making it easy on himself. If only he could aim straight. The sea slide actually slows him down? That is so stupid. Oh, that is stupid. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. This is stupid. This is so stupid. Zap, I think I'm in love. Like, right when you thought Zap couldn't get any better than he already is, you soon learn that his sea slide slows down even a large boss such as Ball and Chain himself. Like, I thought it would have no effect against him because he's a large boss. A bit like how, you know, any character with knockback doesn't do any knockback against bosses. But no! His sea slide slows him down. A bit like how Crypt King's sword can slow down enemies through the shield of a Blastatron. So the sword is busted. Does that mean that Zap's sea slide also slows down Blastatrons? Because, man, that would be an incredibly busted mechanic. Not even a single point of damage. Zap is too good for this game. Okay, he is too good. That is pretty lucky. What's also lucky is that I get to continue playing as Zap because he was defeated in battle, because he's too damn good to be defeated in battle. Here I was worried for no reason whatsoever. I just kind of forgot for a moment there that Zap is as good of a video game as he is. I forgot how good he is. Not anymore. I won't never ever like second guess Zap again. He took a while to despawn off a portal though. Imagine if he died in the time it took for him to despawn. That would have been annoying. That would have been the most annoying, like, defeat. And with Zap already having been down and reverted to his original, it means that if he's defeated in battle, he's cast as dead and can't be used again throughout the remainder of the series. Unfortunately, for minis for the water element were both Gilbert and Thumpling, which were two minis that we got already. We got them during Spice Adventure and Giant. So for the like Trap Team Water minis, they didn't even need to make original characters. Like, at least for most of the other elements, they had to make original characters. Hell, for air, they had to make two. They had to make Petvac and Breeze. And then for fire, they had to make both Eruptor and Smallfry. So that's two original minis. And then for life and water, they didn't have to make a single one of them original. They just had Whisper Elf and Barkley that they had released already. They just re-released them the exact same, this time with a red base. At least with Barkley, they made his gnarly iteration as well. That had some originality to it. Not that they had to come up with a whole new colour scheme, because they already had Gnarly T-Rex, so they just applied Gnarly T-Rex colour palette to the Barkley miniaturized version, which I am a-okay with, to be honest. Like, Gnarly Barkley not only sounds cool and really rolls off the tongue, but it looks cool as well. Yeah, that's how you bait fish. You bait fish with bait. Who saw that one coming? What an absurd concept that is. Plot twist of the century, baiting fish with bait. So let's go ahead and grab it. This is going to be a level without a single defeat, which means it's going to be our first level in Skylanders Trap Team since Chapter 3 without a single Skylander having been defeated right there. This is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and grab the squiddy thingamabob, which is where the uvula usually would be, which as far as adventure is what we attack to make sure that the Leviathan spits us back out at shore. But now we've ranked up once again, so I will see you in the next level. Okay, so here we are in Monster Marsh. Let's head through. I almost said heck through then, but we're going to head through the Haunted Wreck, where unfortunately Gompa here can't help himself but speak and speak continuously at that. His unnecessary deep sting, not only is it unnecessary and it's deep and it's thick, but it's also unskippable, so it's the worst kind of stew out there. Why can't I ever for once just have a delicious, short, snappy, and better yet, skippable piece of stew? Why can't I have that? This is why I can't have nice things. So let's plop through here where this wall is in desperate need of destruction! Because it looks very funny, no other reason. Here at the Haunted Approach. Yes, hey. Hello there. So Undead is about to pop up, I do believe. I believe so correctly. So let's swap from one Trapmaster to another. Crypt King looking good, folks. He's looking good. Or should I say gooder? Then again, I can't make food items anymore. You know, the food level was like several levels ago, and it was in a previous episode. So therefore, you know, the ship for puns, that ship has sailed, boys. It sailed. It sailed hard and fast. Okay, in the end, I didn't even need my primary attacks because the Swarm was too busy ripping these guys to shreds. Wow, they were so obliterated that there was effectively nothing left. Talk about absolute vaporization over here. Wow, Crypt King was busted. And we love to see it, we do. We love to see it. And there is his sword, which when you strike an enemy, it slows them down. So whilst they're slowed down, they can't attack you. So Crypt King can't be attacked. When he deals extra damage and critical hits, not only do you get the extra damage output, but you get swords that rain from the sky. His projectiles are fast, they flow together, he's maneuverable, so he can easily outmaneuver his enemies at that. And he has a swarm, which hones in on enemies and heals him when they expire, and you can spawn them very quickly, in quick succession, after one another. And you wonder why Crypt King is as good as he is. Like, basically, everything I just explained speaks for itself. But now, I'll see you after the Skystones match is said and done with, because I can't be asked to keep it in the video. Okay, so we're done with the tyranny of the Skystones game. You're welcome. I know how glad you are that I cut that out. So, yes, as a wise man once sung,
what can I say except you're welcome?
Anyway, let's destroy them crates right there. That's what they get. That's what they get for looking at me funny. Boom! It shaketh the room some more, and villains are strong here. So without further ado, we start a level with Nightmare, which means that now she's locked in and we have to finish the level with Nightmare. And by finish it, I mean play as though whenever the villain element continues to pop up. Otherwise, we finish the level with whatever element of the area is at the end of the level. Obviously, we have to swap out to a sky to correspond to the current element of the area at hand. In the case of the villain element, it's a light or dark representative, so that's going to be Nightmare. And later in the level, when magic pops up, because I'm already aware of the future of what this level has to offer. So yes, when that pops up, it means we'll play as Elite Spyro, and then Elite Spyro will have to finish the level because there isn't another element of the area afterwards. So there is no Skylander to correspond with said element of the area to swap out for in that moment, unfortunately. So you guys have got to go, man. You've got to go. Oh, sweet, they're out of here. I mean, I never had any doubt. This is a Nightmare we're talking about here. She's pretty busted, and even more so when we have pretzels to boot. Don't mind if we do, my friends. Do not mind if we do. Oh, man, the mastermind got away, so that means we lost out on all that possible treasure, which stinks. Boom. That's stinky. Oh, it's also stinky as these fellas up here. Not a big fan of them. How is he not dead yet? He should be way more dead than that. That's not fair. Be more dead. Okay, there we go. Yeah, they're still not dead yet. They're just really taking their sweet, sweet merry time. Why am I stuck? I can't move. Oh, that's more like it. I can move again now. I hate it when that glitch occurs, and that glitch just can't help itself. It has to come in here and ruin my day, doesn't it? It can't physically help itself. It can't physically do anything for that matter, because we are currently exploring something that exists purely in a digital means. Like, games are purely digital. There is no physical, like, form that they take, besides, of course, a physical disc. But even then, the disc is reading what exists in a digital plane. None of this you see before you is physical, and neither was any of it made. It was made by physical people using physical assets, but then they use those physical assets to generate a digital image. No, modeling the Skylanders, yes, you use a physical computer and a physical human being to do it, but then the Skylanders model itself exists purely in the digital plane in the gaming world. Obviously, you can somewhat bring that to life with a Skylander figurine itself, because you then have the model as a physical toy which you place into a portal in order to send it to the world of Skylands, where you can take control over it as a portal master. And every portal master has a deep connection with their Skylanders. Now, that is the lore of the portal masters after all, and that's what Spurs Venture did a great job laying the foundation of, the lore of these Skylanders and their connection to their portal masters. It's an unwavering bond, so to say. So, Persephone, let's get going. You gotta make sure you collect every single piece of treasure along the routes, by the way, if you want a trophy or an achievement. Otherwise, you know, you can just miss the treasure if you want, but you are also going to miss out on the treasure or the achievement. And treasure and achievements are awesome, so you definitely want to go out of your way to get them, so to say. We are going to avoid the elemental area like the plague, because it is a pinball minigame, and we hate the pinball minigames. We hate them with every fibre of our beings, because they are so unpredictable, janky, and annoying. Just every single thing that could be awful about a minigame is found in one place, and that place is the pinball minigames. They are that abysmal right there. That's how terrible they are. And I am putting it mildly over here. I'm not even exaggerating how terrible they are. Yes, that is how the Skylanders go. Whilst they might be physical toys, from whenever you place them onto the portals of power, you might transport them into World of Skylers, but World of Skylers is a digital world where they exist purely digitally. Sorry to harm your investment there, bro, but that's just how it works. These are fictitious characters that exist purely in a digital means, though they were created physically to some degree. And now magic is here, where I can finally use this as a transition to get Nightmare off a portal. And also, not only are we transitioning between Skylanders, we're transitioning away from this conversation right now, just making things overly confusing just for the sake of it. No more need for fancy discussion topics. That being this, whatever it was we were just exploring, but we're not exploring it anymore. Instead, we're exploring how overpowered Spyro truly is in his elite form. Definitely a fun thing to be exploring. Definitely. Most definitely. Earthbound! 900 damage! That is absurd! Like, seriously, what did the enemies do to deserve this? It one-shots. I repeat, it one-shots. Can I fly over those? No, I cannot. But it doesn't matter, because we're just going to shield him anyway. Wow. Oh, I love this guy's elite form. I love it so much. Then again, I love every, like, elite form in this game, because they're all busted. About as busted as this one. Okay, cool. They're out of here. And here comes the Mastermind too, the annoying little Mastermind. And I5, but he's not even going to be a problem. Not even a problemo. And this means that Spyro has now taken out 2 bosses in a row. Chef Pepperjack, and now he's taken down I5 too. I accidentally called him High 5 then, but that was the name of our life core from Trap Team, not the name of the enemy we were about to face. Nah, I'd rather not, actually. Boom! Earthbound. And another one for good measure. Well, it'd be even greater if it landed right there. But what does it matter? We defeated him anyway, and in the process also annihilated everything around us. This is pretty sweet. Yeah, we don't back down easily, Spyro, now, do we? That we do not. So it's I5's Skystone. Pretty neat indeed. Yeah, take that lantern. That's what you get. Look at me funny. That's what you get. Okay, cool. They're out of here. Pretty sweet, actually. And soon their little friends will be too. Okay, so now what we've got to do is wake for Sleep and Marbu. Not weak at it. How are we supposed to weak at it exactly? What even is a week? Well, I know what a week is. A week is obviously a measurement of time. 7 days specifically. And then 7 days is a measurement of 24 hours. And 24 hours, well, one singular hour is 60 minutes. Which is then made up of 60 seconds. Which is made up of, what, 1,000 milliseconds? Yes, because every time milli means 1/1000th. Which is why milliliters are 1/1000th of a litre. Okay, here we go. Then centi is obviously 100, so that's why it's 100 centiliters to a litre. It's 100 centimeters to a meter. There we go. Let's take him out. That's what we're talking about. Then obviously because 1,000 divided by 100 is 10, that's why 10 is always the difference between milli and centi. So it's 10 millimeters to a centimeter, and then that makes it therefore 1,000 millimeters or 100 centimeters to a meter. That is how the whole measurement system works. Why I felt the need to explain that is beyond me. And why I also felt the need to fall off there is also beyond me. Many things this episode, they are beyond me. Sometimes I just do things. That's about it, really. Do them, and then question them later. As a famous man once said, acts first, questions later. That obviously being Voodoo. Voodoo is a wise man. Or at least a wise orc. I suppose he's meant to be. He also kind of looks like a turtle, but that's just because he has obviously the dragon's skull on his head. Doesn't that kind of creep Spyro out a bit? You know, Voodoo wearing the skull of a dead dragon, because Spyro is a dragon. Like, if I was a dragon, that would kind of creep me out a bit. Not gonna lie. Okay, cool, they're all dead. Man, Spyro, his Elite version specifically just makes this look so easy. Granted, if we weren't playing the Elite version right now, we'd probably be dead, but that's not what's happening, is it? Instead, we do have the Elite version to enjoy. What I'm not enjoying, on the other hand, is how itchy my nose is all of the time. Nose! Stop it! Get a hobby. A hobby other than being itchy all the time. Oh, but that was a very nutritious orange slice right there. I don't mind if we do.
Fight back, you weirdos!
Nah, they don't feel like it, apparently. And I'm okay with that. Okay, cool, he's out of here, and we completed the enemy goal. Not that that objective is important. The only objectives that are really important are the no lives lost ones, which so far, for this level, is looking so good. Boom! Now that's a lot of damage. 400, and then it does 700 on critical damage, which is what's so absurd about it. Like, this guy is so powerful, it's basically absurd. Oh, I really wish he'd get down here. Oh, what do you know? Asking shall receive. But man, I'm taking a lot of damage from him though, which is not so good. Okay, cool. His friend is out. And so is his other friend. Sweet! Ow! Also, ow! Knocking me back straight into the ditch. Now that is savage. He did very little to actually harm me from a physical health standpoint, but boy did it slow me down. That was pretty savage right there. Okay, third and final stage. Hopefully this will be a little bit quicker and a lot more smoother than the stage we've just been through already. Okay, cool. Let's take him out some more. I said, let's take him out some more. There we go, that's more like it. Even taking out the enemies with the bubbles in the process. Okay, here comes I5 again. Not quite as powerful as his boss fight formation though. But he is still dealing quite a chunk of damage to me. I have, you know, less than half my health remaining. Which is still, like, more than most Skylanders at maximum health, apparently. Now look at this, I'm down to 1,000 health, and only now am I considered yellow territory, which is usually the full health bar of some Skylanders. Like, Deja Vu and Kaboom at level 20 do not have this much health. And yet, Spyro's here at level 20, and he's barely just lost over half his health, and this is how much health he has left. It's crazy how busted these elites are, but I'm okay with that because I'm using the elites, so the more busted they are, the better it is for me. Anyway, with that having been said and done, this level has come to an end, and as has the video, so I will see you next Thursday for another episode of the Skylanders Carryon Locke here on the channel, and until then, we have an outro to see us through. Thank you so much for watching through to the end of this video. I deeply appreciate every last one of you, since it's viewers such as yourself which make these videos possible, and I couldn't do it without all of your unwavering support. If you enjoyed what you just saw, you can click on screen now to watch either my most recent video or a video picked out specifically just for you. You can also access the entire playlist for the video you just watched. I'll be seeing you in the next video, but until that moment arises, peace!